Finally, we're live.
Hello, welcome to episode 220 of This Week in GearReport. 220. That's a lot of episodes. It's for the 26th of September of 2024. We've got TJ, who was already, well, I don't want to ruin the rant. I will let you rant about the patheticness of your weather patterns here in a moment. First, I'd like to welcome Mr. Komar and the I Do Stuff posse to the program.
That is me.
Yeah. So welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. And so the discussion right before I hit the go live button was about the show Arrested Development. So show hands or verbally, whatever. I don't care. Have you seen Arrested Development? TJ's a no. Komar?
Sadly, no.
Oh, geez. I'm upset with you guys. Right. You know, like
that's probably. It sounds to me like it's right up there with like something like Gilmore Girls or Golden Girls or. I mean, what? I don't know.
Oh my goodness! Arrested Development and the woman's name, Debris. There it is. There's a certain image I have in my head. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So hold on, let me get the other screen.
He's going to make me watch it now because I have to see.
Well, I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing. Oh, it's too small. I'm going to have to find a bigger image because
I'll watch an episode or two. Yeah, and then I'll see how it goes. I think every series should only have like one or two seasons, and that's it. After that, it gets beyond crazy.
I'm looking for the good one. The good picture is the one that's too small that you can't really see up here. Maybe I can make it bigger enough that you can see it. It says Fantastic Four. And she's passed out. She's like, short version is the guy thinks he's going to you've heard of method acting.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks he's going to a clinic about method acting, and that's where he meets her. But he thought it was Method 1 was the clinic. It was a methadone clinic.
Nice.
Right. And the show is amazing for those different things, like where they take words and then twist them just enough, and the innocent word turns into something very off color. It's one of the brilliant things about it. But Debris Bardot is one of the most interesting characters on the whole show.
I'll Google some of the stuff and see. Yeah. I'll watch it on some YouTubes.
She's a train wreck, and you can't turn away.
I like her already.
Yeah. So anyhow, that is your guidance today for the program on, if you haven't already indulged in Arrested Development. It's like right on the edge of inappropriate all the time, and
nice. I like it.
It really is funny. Like, I am upset that you guys have not partaken yet. So, but we've already covered that.
Yes.
Okay, so you're
now that you all are caught up.
Yeah. So would you like to dig into your misgivings about the current state of the weather in Florida?
Dude, I was so excited. We're supposed to get, so Florida man. I'm a typical Florida man. We are supposed to get a Cat 3 hurricane on the West Coast, which means we're going to get some, maybe 50, 60 mile an hour gusts, a bunch of rain, blah, blah, blah. I wake up, typical Bloody Mary cigar in the morning, went to work, figured I'd put in a half a day.
Because that's what people do when they're going to work, get up.
Right. And
drinking.
We maybe had a 30 mile an hour gust. Nothing. The sun was out most of the day. It was like a glorious day, just windy. And it was like, I was just so bummed about it. I wanted to see some squalls. I wanted to see some trees fall down, some fences blown across the neighborhood. Maybe a little flooding. Just, something.
At least some token flooding, right? So look at that. Dude, like, it's teasing.
Asheville flooded. Asheville, North Carolina flooded before we even got jack out of this.
But you see, like, there was a big segment, like, right offshore from you.
Oh, yeah.
Who's teasing you?
Yeah, if you go right across from Tampa over to the East Coast where there's nothing, that's where I'm at, and yeah, we got nothing.
Well, this
So
stuff
depressed.
can still swing up there, right?
We haven't maybe we've had a few gusts. We're supposed initially we were supposed to get 4 to 5 inches of rain, 50, 60 mile an hour gusts, maybe an 80, and I was like, hell yeah, we're good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know, I went to the liquor store like we usually do during hurricanes.
Looks like it's
up.
pretty much past you now.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to head up to Georgia and Tennessee, and you're going to get a bunch of rain. Imagine that.
Yeah. The kids around here, school's been canceled for tomorrow. So
we canceled schools today in Brevard County. And Orlando, like the interstate, they canceled all schools. West Coast was definitely canceled. And they canceled today, and I was like, man, the kids could have gone to school today. It would have been a great day. So, whatever.
Yeah,
very disappointed in this so-called hurricane.
But you still got power. I had
we lost power for like 30 minutes today.
I'd said earlier that to someone that you were going to be without power since you had committed to be on the program this evening. I was like, yep, his power's going to get knocked out because that's how it works.
We got it back about an hour ago.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I got you.
We're out front, you know. Since I was finished work, then I really hit the bourbon and Pepsi and a couple cigars.
So,
and everybody in the neighborhood gathered and bitched about how pitiful this storm was.
So I am right outside of the possible power outage area, which I mean that to me means we're probably going to lose power.
You're going to lose power,
but it's all showing here that it's going to come up and hang a left, and
I think they're going to get some of this at
Trigger Cup. Stuff's going to get pounded
in freaking Wichita. I think they're going to get some of this, which I did not make it to because there's no way I was flying out today. So
yeah, that'd have been a crazy pilot to try to get you guys out of there today.
Oh, I couldn't. There's no way I could be drunk enough and still walk on the plane. Actually, I can be drunk enough and then let me on the plane.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep. Everything says it's going straight for Western Tennessee.
Look at that. That's right. They need to indulge in some hurricane love once in a while.
Head towards Memphis. It's the attractive qualities of the big pyramid shaped hotel, I guess.
It'll clean up the neighborhood a little bit with a bunch of rain. It'd be perfect.
Yeah, nice. What got me out of cutting the grass today, which is not true because
that's a win.
Well, there's something, the steering is not working right on the mower, and I've got to get it in the garage where I can jack it up and figure out what the problem is. And it started raining, and I was like, yep, it's not going to happen now. I can't cut the grass in the rain. It'll just clump up. So, All right. So, congratulations on not washing away or floating away, flooding, being struck by lightning, any of that stuff. I don't want to jinx it any, but it feels like you're kind of.
If I do vanish, that means we lose power. We lost power again, but
yeah.
I think we're okay. There's some douchebags in the neighborhood that have their trees are getting a little out of hand, and they're all the way up to the power lines and the transformers. So they need to step up the game a little bit and trim that crap down.
Yeah.
Because the FPL guys came here. They were in here maybe 30 minutes, and then we're like, okay, see you. Power's on. I was like, all right, awesome.
All right. Well, hopefully that'll hold out for you. And let's see. Here's your warning, TJ. We're going to talk about two things for you: the Stern Defense RAB ad and the Break Arms Warhammer. I know you submitted those a while ago, so if you need to refresh your memory, now's your chance to think about it. We're going to start by talking about some Ear Pro, because we actually had 4 articles published.
Dang!
To talk about on this program, 2 from you, 2 from AJ. Because I have stuff in the queue myself, but I've been spending all my time doing videos for Amazon lately. Let's see. review of the Warbird Intrepid Bluetooth hearing protection. So,
Ooh, 2.5 stars.
yeah. So something that I got to talk to AJ about is he likes to give things like lower stars, and then you read what he says about it, and it's like, well, that doesn't sound like the rating you gave it.
Like, I loved it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. He loves the word superb, and I'm like, I've edited out of a few things. 2.5 means is an average or a bit below average product. So, but I think I can tell you the short version, if it's, TLDR, is as Ear Pro, they're okay. But they have Bluetooth, and apparently the fidelity of the sound over Bluetooth isn't as good as he was hoping for. So I think that is, if you don't want to read the whole thing,
that sounds a bit bougie to me.
yeah. If you need Shooting Ear Pro, they're probably they're a similar form factor, and they're probably have about the same amount of sound insulation as the Howard Light Impact Pros or Impact, whatever they call them. And it does have the Bluetooth built in, so you have that option, but it's not a Bose headset.
So they're not, yeah. I mean, I understand, because I do love jamming out to some ABBA while I'm freaking shooting at the range, but
I believe that.
I mean, yeah, I guess if it doesn't sound good, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, noise reduction rating of 23 dB. I think that's pretty much what those Impact from Howard Light are. So they should be pretty similar in that regard. The form factor looks about the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I both have got Bluetooth headsets, and I'll be honest, I'm not listening to music at the range. Like, I need to hear what's going on around me.
Right,
honestly,
exactly.
I don't want to be at the range with people who are listening to music. Like, if you got your headset on and you're listening to music on your headset, you're not really paying attention. I need you paying attention. I don't need to be shot at the range.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you may have heard. I know there are some people who might suggest, oh, that doesn't make any sense. I have someone in my family that was supposed to be on a train a few hours ago, and the train was late, like way late.
Because of the hurricane?
They have already gone to the town where they're getting on the train, and it's going to be hours before the train is even supposed to get there. And it could end up being later. So I'm like wondering, why are you there already? But okay, whatever. So so I have not turned off. If you hear dings and stuff in the background, since I have someone traveling,
listen,
I have left that on.
All good.
We understand. You've got kids.
Yeah. So
surprising as it may be, you've got kids.
Oh, but I wasn't allowed to reveal that. That had anything to do. That may or may not have anything to do with what I'm talking about. Having kids. Because y'all aren't going to believe this. I have been told that I reveal too much personal information about people in my family, and I'm like, huh? But yeah, maybe I do. I don't know. So anyhow, if you would like to read more about the Warbird Intrepid Bluetooth headset, I'm going to drop the link down here in the chat, so you can check that out, or you just go to GearReport.com and find it'll be one of the recent published. But seriously, I said what I think about, like, people don't need to be listening to music at the shooting range.
Yep.
Like, where would someone use that? Like, I have an idea. I want to see.
Remember my first Bluetooth set from Peltor.
Mm-hmm.
I actually used them on the job site when I was like hammer drilling or concrete saw cutting, and it was it helped, and I could just jam out all day, so it's fine. But yeah, I mean, as far as like construction and stuff like that, but yeah, definitely not the range. There's no way.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if the steering worked on my mower, I would consider. I've done that. The Peltor,
the grass.
The Peltors, I've put them on and linked the Bluetooth, and now I just put the AirPods in because the little Bluetooth earbud type things are a lot more common and a lot better, and they
Yeah.
have good noise cancellation. But
The radiation feels better.
what's that?
So the radiation feels better.
There's radiation in those?
I assume so, yes.
Is that why my hair has fallen out?
It is. See?
See, I should not call attention to that. Okay, so go check out that. And thank you to AJ. Thank you to Warbird for sending those for him to review. I think he's got something else from them that's in the queue that will be published at some point as well.
Yay.
Oh, we can start the program for real now. Gary's here.
Gary.
Thank you. Yo to
Love it.
you as well. Gizzard Gary. The terror of the Midwest.
The gizzard.
Is he the terror of the Midwest? I tried to make something up catchy right there on the spot.
I would say he is.
I'm not sure I really did him justice.
I've seen him at the casino.
That's a good point.
Quite a terror.
Yeah, I have multiple people send me pictures and even short video clips from the casino when Gary was there.
If you've got a single
God,
woman,
you
you go to the
believe
casino
it.
and Gary's there, you stand no chance.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, TJ, you're up.
The Stern Defense, the Rab AD review. Yeah, this and it was neat. I actually met them at TriggerCon last year.
Yeah.
And pretty much instead of it's a substitute for a folding stock. You get to actually remove the stock and the buffer tube, and you can put it somewhere else, or you can switch it out. If you buy multiples, you can switch it out from one. If you have a preferred buttstock, you can switch out from one rifle to the other. It was neat. If you don't want to put a folder on your long rifle, you could shrink it down. It would fit into one of the Lynx Defense conceal bags, and a smaller bag, and conceal it a little bit better. But it wasn't overall. It performed well. It did good. If you throw it in out of a bag, you're gonna get some debris in it. If lint, whatever. But it's just a folding stock alternative.
Neat.
I like that. I would definitely check one of those out.
Yeah, I mean, it worked great, and you don't have when you fold it, it's your rifle's twice as wide.
Right.
Twice as wide. So this one, you just you undo it, and you can fit it flat into a single rifle case, and it won't like the Lynx Defense, the Bureau, it's more like a concealed case. It's not a tactical case, so it'll fit in there and won't you won't notice it, or notice it like, oh, that's a AR with a folding stock.
Right. Cool. All right, so I'm going to drop that link in the discussion as well. Heck, I'm even going to share the Twitch link because we're on Twitch even.
Oh my
I
gosh!
should probably mention. Gary can either confirm or deny these allegations involving the casino. And I'll be honest with you, from what I heard,
I was there, Gary.
Surprised me at all. Like, I am not surprised that Gary has no recollection. I mean, that's how I interpret. I can either confirm or deny.
Right.
And that's kind of what I would expect from what
usually when you're around me, that happens.
Yeah.
IVA's coming up, buddy. Prepare.
I know. The wife and I were talking about that a little while ago, and the idea that I've had a couple lapses in judgments at events with TJ before. So, but in the discussion was, I bet he doesn't like traveling with you anymore because you're not that fun anymore. And I'm like, yeah, that's my goal, is to not be that fun anymore. But you never know what's going to happen.
I have a ball. If it wasn't fun traveling with you, I wouldn't go to half these events.
Yeah. All right.
I like trying to break you out of your shell. I'm like, all right, let's go. And you'd be like, where are we going?
Challenge.
Don't you worry about it.
Yeah. 4 out of 5 gears is what you
Yep.
gave that. And that stands out as a top option in the product class and price point. So
It's pretty much the only option in that class.
And speaking of the IV88 event, I've a Rack Veteran 8888. I get lazy and leave some of his numbers off because it's like annoying having to say all of them. I have to talk to Eric about that. Like, bro, you got to cut some of these numbers. It's too much work for me. But I saw Stern Defense there, a neat product, and they would not shut up about, oh yeah, we just talked to TJ a week or two ago. And I was like, oh, come on. Yes, I know him. Of course I know him. Why are you asking me if I know TJ? Like, really? Everybody freaking knows TJ. Anyhow, I wasn't bitter or jealous or anything. And we were going to set
I
up
can tell.
reviews. So, and then you were like, oh, but I've already got that on the way, or maybe you already had it in hand by then. So
I had it in hand by then. They sent it like, I didn't even ask, and it showed up at the house. I was like, what is this? I was like, oh, awesome.
Yeah. Is it hard to line up? Like, I can see the lugs that I assume you put.
No,
it
it's just
in
it's
rotate
a push and twist, click and easy, and then the little button on the bottom lets you just release it. And
yeah,
it's super easy.
That looks as simple as I wish some of the takedowns that I have.
And that's why I got it's like a 4, because it's
like
even the Law Tactical I have is still more difficult than taking this apart. Just
well, I'm not even talking about the folding stocks. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. I've got the Law folder, and it's still that little button on the freaking side is like, all right, this one is like click, click, done.
Yeah, and I wasn't even talking about the folders. I was talking about removing the barrel.
Oh,
and those are very. I've got several takedown systems, and every one of them is finicky and tricky and just a pain in the butt. So
that's super easy.
That looks really like a more elegant design.
It's almost as easy as it gets.
Nice. Okay, cool. So moving on, I'm going to save the Break Arms Warhammer, and I will now talk. I will speak to Lead and Steel Pandora PB3 Micro Red Dot Sight Review, and I may have an attitude as I tell you about this review that AJ did, because Lead and Steel was supposed to send me a rifle.
Yep.
And they were sending AJ the sight. They never sent the rifle. Oh, I missed something from Gary. Gary says, in my defense, I was repeatedly supplied with intoxicating beverages by friends. Now you understand what it's like to travel with TJ.
Yep.
Yes. So there you go. They never sent the rifle. I think part of it is it took so long to get this up. And in AJ's defense, he did submit this over a month ago, and it has taken time to work it through the queue. But it still took, I think they were hoping for like a 2-week turnaround. It was not a 2-week turnaround. It took them a couple months to ship it, and then it took a few months before it was submitted, and then a month and a half to get published. It's been longer all the way around, and I think my shot at one of their gorgeous rifles that I really wanted to get my hands on, I think that shot's gone. I think it took too long, and that ship has sailed. That is my opinion. And I'm a little upset about that because they have some really neat looking stuff. This red dot, 4 out of 5. Let's see. And he did not use the word superb in the initial statement there. So that's good.
Did you put it in there?
Well, let me look at the end and see if superb came in at the end. Oh, there it is. It is a superb micro red dot sight.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's predictable, but if AJ likes something, it's superb, always. And he clearly liked this. It's a neat little enclosed red dot. So I'm going to copy the link here. We've already disclosed it's a 4 out of 5. We've already disclosed that AJ says it's superb, which he only says when he really likes something.
What else do you need to know, right? But read the article.
Well, right. Well,
it might work for you. It might not. We don't know.
You can go read the details. It's a little enclosed red dot, and it has it's very
beefy looking. I like it.
There, I've already said too much.
You have. I don't need to read the article now.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. Now we will ask TJ.
Oh, the Break Arms.
To speak to the Warhammer Mod 2 from Break Arms, the charging handle.
Yeah. I mean, it's smaller. It's a low profile charging handle, ambi, of course, and they've got some cuts in there to, I guess, shoot a little bit of the gas directly back and off to the sides a little bit. when you just throw a suppressor on the end.
Yeah.
And it worked. So I didn't have to adjust my my gas box. I just thought, but because I also sent they have a 2-lug suppressor adapter, quick attach for a suppressor, and I threw that right on there. And I didn't have to adjust the gas block or anything. I had no issues. So
nice,
and it worked well. It's neat looking, functional. It's just it's just a little straight out this way at the end, and it. I could see it got snagged, a couple times on the bag, a little bit on my gear once in a while, but not. I mean, I'm not running tactical drills with it, so it's not the end of the world.
Well, but really, you have a choice. You go with like a mil-spec type charging handle, and it's small and it's hard to get to, and the latch is only on one side.
Right.
Or you go with something bigger that's easier to get a hold of and is ambidextrous.
Yep.
But there's nothing free, right?
I had to find some cons, so that was it.
Yeah.
There weren't many.
Cool. $50.
Yeah, it's really super affordable.
I heard some cackling person talk about $50 recently, I think.
It'll make you holla.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. All right. Well, that looks pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that. Did I share? I didn't share that.
Read the article if you want to know. No.
Yeah. So
if you want to, I'm not going to force you, but
if you want to, the link is now in the chat, and there it is on the screen.
Jeff would do that. So
back to the YouTube channel. Yeah. All right. Cool. And I think you've got something else from Breek Arms that is in the queue and will be published soon.
I think so.
I say soon. Every week I'm like, I'm going to get to them. But
stuff going on.
I actually published 4 for this show, and I have it on my list within the next week to get all of the what are they called? All of the pending articles. So
I need more.
Let's see. We have from AJ, TJ, AJ, Toby, AJ, AJ, and AJ. So you can see AJ is pretty much carrying the team right now.
Yeah, I'm slacking. I mean, I've got a bunch that are ready.
Yeah. I've been publishing.
I figure if I throw in one a week, Jeff will publish it eventually. It's fine.
I've been publishing a ton of stuff, but almost nothing on GearReport. I've been putting most of what I'm doing has been going out on Amazon because let's just put it this way. I don't think of myself as a sellout. Okay. So I think that's just how I'm going to address it. Don't feel like there's any commitment that you have to just for being here on the program. Go to the GearReport.com store on Amazon to see any of the content that has been created and shared up there. Actually, I could probably pull that to the other screen. And I've showed this plenty of times, but and it got resized. But seriously, I think I only had 10 videos that I put up today, but let's get that out of the way. But you can see more pool cleaner, robot vacuums, guitars, some camo netting, all sorts of
many articles
has been going up there lately. Yeah. And I have products sitting by here. If the show got slow tonight, all right, let me get that off the screen. If the show got slow, I'm not going to do it now. I think I have a whole box full of stuff here that brands have sent to have Amazon videos made. I was going to basically cheat and show you guys, and then I can rip that video later and publish it on Amazon and fulfill my requirements for publishing the video. But we're going to have more fun and talk about real stuff today.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else? So TriggerCon, what were you like? Had you done any research to know who was going to be there, or was it going to be like a game time decision?
No, I mean,
who's
the usual. I was going to swing by and see, the usual people and just touch base. Matador Arms, Global Ordnance, go shoot the Matador. They're supposed to have that up there. Hopefully not get shrapnel this year.
Yeah.
Last year I took a hit to the hip. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Just see if there's anything new out there. But just go shoot, touch base with everybody. It's a smaller show. It's not huge.
Shrapnel to the hip.
Yeah.
See, whenever I think about, because I wasn't there for that, right? But whenever I think about your recounting of it, I hear Forrest Gump saying something about,
I was hit in the butt. Yeah. It was close. It was on the front. Like I saw the flash, and all of a sudden felt like somebody just slapped me across my hip. I was like, but I looked down, I didn't see like a hole in my shirt, and I was like, oh, I'm good. But then when I went home, I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. I was like, yeah, well, I'll live.
What kind of shirt were you wearing?
I was wearing the GearReport, the good shirt.
So have you let the
fancy
company
shirt
that made those? Have you let them know that it served as like level 2 body armor?
Yeah, it was more like level 1, probably.
Like full penetration.
Yeah. No, I did not. But I was just glad. Like I was like, man, I think it was like I saw a flash out of the corner. I think somebody was down here at the one side, and they were shooting at an angle at the target, and it just boom. I saw a flash and whack, and I was like, huh.
Flashback.
Yep. I was like, look at that.
Well, but that prepares you for the Iraq Veteran event, because every year this will be, what would this be, my 7th time or something?
Yeah, I don't know. You've been there way more than me.
I've been going. I've gone a lot, and I've missed it. Like I've been there 5 or 6 times, and I've missed a couple because there were storms going through. So it is obvious to me that Brandy messed up in her scheduling. It would normally be this weekend.
Yep, the storms.
You can tell because the storm came through.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to ask her, like, did you finally figure out that the storm calendar was in sync with your event calendar, and change it in hopes of avoiding being pummeled by a storm? Because that's what would have happened this weekend. It would have been just like 5 other times.
Oh yeah.
When they just get absolutely buried
just
in rain.
Piss pouring and tents flying. Like, oh dear Lord.
You said tents, right?
Tents.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say tents.
Yeah, I just want to make sure
right,
because it changed the context of the discussion completely if it was something else. Let's see here. We'll put the ticker up because I neglected to put that up earlier, and would like to give a shout out to Sylvan Arms, because this week at GearReport is powered by Sylvan Arms. They're good people. They make good stuff.
They do.
And you know what? It wouldn't hurt my feelings if you went and checked them out, if you're into that kind of thing. So let's see. And we do this every Thursday at 9 p.m. For now. We'll see what happens moving forward. But let's see. That's not actually the screen I wanted. I'm going to put it up there because I think it looks cool.
Oh, geez.
I traded. Let's see. Can you see my pointer? This acoustic guitar, I traded it a couple days ago. And I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, geez.
What I traded it for, because we are moving into the segment that I like to call
everybody's favorite,
Guitarmageddon. All right.
Yay.
I still haven't figured out why I throw my hands up in the air when I do that.
Hold on.
What I do is TJ underwater. Not yet.
No. You missed the beginning apparently.
I think we're in agreement that would spice the show up a little bit, but for whatever reason, he has not complied with that request and is in fact not underwater. Yeah, the cunt snob. Not a fan of Guitarmageddon. That's fine. But dude,
thanks, buddy. Yeah, exactly.
Wait till you see this, because it is absolutely stunning. Let's see if I can make this bigger. And we're looking at the blue one here. Look at that. Even if you don't like guitars, that's just a sexy guitar, right? So
is that the pattern on it, or is it like carbon fiber or something?
It is. It's not quilted. What do they call it? It's maple. I am completely blanking on what it's called. When it's got the little waviness, quilted is a different pattern. But when it has little lines of the waviness, what is that kind of maple called? Flame maple. That's what it is. Anyhow, really cool guitar. I've enjoyed playing it, and It's amazing I got as much published as I did with all these guitars hanging behind me. And I've actually made some breakthroughs and could actually play a few more things than I could a month or two ago. And it is very difficult to be good and get all my work done and not just be like, screw it, I'm playing guitar all day. So I was going to do that on my birthday a couple days ago, but then what? Absolutely stunning. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Why is that a quote? I don't get it.
So funny.
Is it?
I mean, if you rub it right, it'll get bigger.
Oh, is that what that was about?
I mean, I assume so. It's not.
That was my assumption as well.
Hey, no.
See, I'm not the only one.
I think I'm slipping because I should have known that. Let's see. These pictures. See, there you can see that grain pattern. That's wood grain, where it is. It actually has a waviness to it.
Ooh, fancy.
And it is, so that's a flamed maple, but it's a veneer. So it's like paper thin just to give it the look. It's on top of a regular maple cap that doesn't have that kind of grain in it. Because this is like a $900 guitar, but it's a copy. The same company, Paul Reed Smith, makes these in whatever price range you want. Like they have some that are $15,000, $20,000. You can get one like this. They call it a 10 top or a, what do they call it? A private select or something. No, Wood Library. I think you can actually go to the factory and they have a wood room that you can go in, which is similar to gentlemen's establishments, which also have a wood room in the back.
Wood room. Yep.
Yeah.
But no, you can go in and look at the pieces of wood and pick the one that you want, and they'll make the guitar out of that. And you pick whatever stain, everything you want on it. This is the version, and they make those in Maryland, and they can be anywhere from $3,500 to maybe even 2,000 up to 20, 30,000 or whatever. This is the version they have made in Indonesia that is almost indistinguishable, but sells on Amazon for $900. So it is a bargain by comparison. It is absolutely gorgeous. It plays very well. And I couldn't be happier with the trade that I made of another guitar from the same company, Paul Reed Smith. I traded an acoustic. So I am back to having only one acoustic guitar and 30-something electric guitars again. So anyhow, that I think is going to wrap up Guitar-mageddon for the evening. I know everyone is upset to hear that. Humvee, Geddon.
What's going on? I haven't heard anything about the new one. What's going on? Have you tinkered with it?
Well, I got a little too aggressive last weekend before last, whatever. Thursday. I think it's about a week and a half ago.
It's broken now, isn't it?
And I tweaked it and I thought, oh my God, I rebroke it. And I'm not sure. It's like today's the first day it's actually felt better. It doesn't feel well, but it feels better. Like I was 7.5 weeks after breaking it.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually hoping at this point for it feels normal. And the problem is I'd been cutting my parents' grass. I got off the mower and was moving something. I can't remember what it was. I think there was something on the ground that I had to like physically pick up and move so I could mow. So I just was a little too enthusiastic getting there because I don't walk places. TJ's been lots of places with me. I'm not a casual walker. Like if I'm walking casually, there's probably something wrong.
He should. I mean, I really think you should be in the Olympics for race walking or speed walking. I think you would do well.
Could be, but I just pushed a little too hard. I think I took off a little too fast. I applied too much torque, and my foot hurt for a week and a half after that. So I just have to remember, like when it hurts, don't do that. And I have intentionally, to stay off of my foot, been sitting at my desk more. And normally I would spend at least parts of a couple days during the week out working on one of the Humvees. especially when I have one that really needs a lot. I'd be out working probably at least 1 day a week. I have intentionally not touched it since before I broke my foot, because since it got broke, I don't want to be out there on my feet and risk straining it and causing more problems. It has to heal right. I can't have it break again.
You got shot coming up.
I know.
It'll be a game.
Well, even just next weekend, like being on it that long, I'm at a point right now where if in the next few days it continues to feel better, I will probably just wear like some hiking boots or shoes or something. If I tweak it anymore or it feels any more painful, you'll see me walking around with a boot on my left foot at the Iraq veteran event. So that's just where it is right now. So, in the immortal words of John Wayne, I mean, this explains a lot of things in my life. But in this as well, life's hard. It's harder when you're stupid.
Yep.
So that really explains it all. Yeah. All right. What I missed here? Gun Snob. You just said that. I repeat myself sometimes for clarity. So I was just typing it so I could remember. What?
It's archived now, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then you're going to be at a scooter like Tony has shot this year.
Someone gave me a hard time. It was Rich. It was Flying Rich. When I didn't go to, what was the one you guys went to a month ago? Oh, it was the GOA thing, the goals conference. When I didn't go to that, he's like, "What are you talking about? Tony gets a scooter. Just get a scooter." It's like, I'm not getting a scooter. So I had some personal stuff going on, and the way the foot was feeling, like I didn't need to be up on it. I needed to be able to go lay down and get my foot up when I needed to. So yeah. It's the price of getting old. Anyhow, so at the Iraq veteran event, I think we're going to look to make a little bit more publishable content this time. I have historically not published much from that event because of a variety of reasons, not the least of which is I didn't want to. But I think it's time to start publishing some more stuff from that event. So we'll do that. We'll try to get some more review stuff lined up and see if we can't have some fun there. It should be TJ Jose Juan, who has not been to anything with GearReport in a while, but we've been hanging out a lot, and he may or may not be building a machine shop in his garage. So I'm sure we will find a way to use that to get in trouble or cause hijinks or whatnot in the near future. That's going to be interesting. If anyone has any thoughts on things we could make with a metal lathe and a Bridgeport and some welders, let me let me know privately. Let me know in the comments. Preferably,
don't say it here. Don't say it here
in person. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What do you guys have going on? Like anything fun we need to talk about during the program? Anything you're looking forward to?
It's all fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got IV88 coming up, and then I think I'm gonna make a trip up to CanCon. It's at the what is it? Clinton House. It's up there.
Really?
I think so. So I think we'll go there.
I was not aware of that. Wasn't it in Georgia before?
Yeah. Well, they do. I think they do one West Coast, one East Coast. So this one's November, and then shot, and then I'm gonna punch out. I've got quite a few reviews I'm gonna throw out at you next week, Jeff. So you'll be excited.
That's amazing.
I know. We got the Untouchable, the Frontline. There's some stuff from Break still, the 2-lug suppressor adapter.
Yeah, I agree with Gun Snob. The Iraq veteran event it's a hard one to go to. If you really have to spend a lot of money or a lot of effort to get there, because
You just
it's
can't. You
nothing but
can't drive
media.
straight there.
It's nothing but media. That's right. Right. See, I'd forgotten that. Yeah. Of course, it's a hard trip when you're so gay you can't drive straight. But that's a whole nother discussion
Good
and
times.
reference
Good
to
times.
something that happened a few years ago, where apparently snot came out on the interstate. Yeah. Laugh it up there. Can't drive straight, boy. Caroline's Clinton House, November. Yeah, we may have to talk about doing a tag team event there. That's close, and that's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, anything drivable, I'm good for. So that's that. Like that, I've driven to Clinton House a couple times, so we're good on that one.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And it's different. I haven't been to one of the CanCon events yet, so I'd like to hit that one.
Jose went to the Clinton House with me a few months ago. I said he hadn't been to anything in a while. He went to the Palmetto State Armory event, the Gathering at the Clinton House.
The Gathering.
Yep. Yep. Which ironically is also the name of an alternative lifestyle event.
I pulled it up online one time and I was like, no, that's not the one I want. Or do I? I don't know.
Yeah, Gunsnob's been going on vacations and now he's bailing on work trips because he's vacationed out, I think is what I'm reading there. So yeah, we could both end up at CanCon. I don't know. We'll see. I know we haven't booked travel or hotel for SHOT Show yet, and actually we need to go in and do the registration. I already got the, we'd like to invite you to the range day email.
I'm just waiting for my AOK or my thumbs up that I can do that stuff. So
yeah,
everything's got to be approved through the administration here. So
right. I'll put that to the SHOT Show committee and see what they say.
Yeah, it's always tough. Every year I'm always on pins and needles. Like, do I get to go?
You are. So hold on. Okay. I don't want to listen. I feel bad keep you on pins and needles. So I'll be back to you in just a moment. Okay. Don't go anywhere. All right, Komar, do we let him go?
Whatever. I think we should.
Your feelings are so strong on this topic. I'm not sure how to interpret it.
I think it's a good idea. I support it 100%.
Really?
100%.
Wow. See, G-Webs is already questioning. He needs all the details here. So
I'm gonna back my boy. All right. 100%.
I could hear you.
You're in.
I could hear you.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Hey. Thanks, Kumar. I appreciate it.
You had strong support.
I did. Apparently I needed him. You were gonna nix me.
G-Webs.
It sounded like you were gonna nix me.
G-Webs wanted to really understand exactly what was going to be involved in this.
We are.
Which
I'm right now in a underrated hurricane.
Yeah.
That I'm greatly depressed that I didn't get any wind, rain, anything from.
Right.
But I have power, so that's always a plus.
That's nice. All right. So let's see. Moving forward, there are other things that I don't really want to talk about yet. At some point, I'm going to tell you guys, I'll just tell you very briefly that we've talked about these before, but I didn't have this one here to show. And I'm not going to do this the way I have recently, where I basically do like below Amazon review for you guys. But I got to show you something that I thought was neat. This is the Streamlight ProTac 2AAX. And here's the thing that's neat. Instead of having two AA batteries, they have a Streamlight branded. It's like two batteries put together. It's the size of two AA batteries. And right up here is a USB-C port. So I still kind of lament that they don't have the where you don't have to plug it in, like it just has a magnetic inductive contact on it. I think that's my favorite type when it works. We've talked before about how the O-Light that I have like that stopped working.
So is that one, is it compatible with 2 AA's, or do you have to use
Yes,
that?
you can put 2 AA batteries,
Okay.
or
All right.
you can use the
AA's are way cheaper.
you can use the rechargeable. You just have to unscrew the end, dump it out, plug it in once a week or whatever.
Not doing that. No, throw the AA's in there and have a couple in the range bag. Good to go.
Really? Instead of a reach.
Well, if I have to take it apart to freaking charge it, screw that.
Damn it, TJ! Do you not care about the environment?
I don't care about the environment, but I love some USB-C charging shit. 100%. 100%.
If I could access those without taking the light apart, I would love it. Even better.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Those those rubber plugs, and you just take out the plug.
So the other issue, A, you got to take it apart, but B, that is such a unique battery that you just buy 2 of these batteries just for this one thing. Like I've got 18650s for everything, right? Yeah. And so that I can use it all.
I think the idea, because they make them with 18650s, I think the idea is this is a pocket light, like it's a small diameter light.
Yeah.
But I've had this one for several years. The anodizing is worn off of it in many places. Also from Streamlight, the Macro Stream USB. And I think this is a better solution because you you rub it and it gets bigger, and there's the little port.
That wasn't a rub, that was more it in.
Yeah, that was forcibly pulling it apart.
Well, I was
either way, I mean,
trying to put it in terms that Gun Snob would understand. But I think this is a better option in that you don't have to take it apart and pull the battery out and then plug it in. And then, like, if I have this on the bed, on the nightstand beside the bed, and I need to grab it, I can just yank the cord out and go. If this is charging, now I have to yank the cord out, make sure I put it in the right way, figure out how to screw it on. Like, that doesn't work. So it is out of service when it's charging. When this is charging, it's sort of out of service. Like, all I got to do is walk away and the cord's going to get pulled out, and now I can use it. I do still like the magnetic charging contacts on the light that doesn't work anymore. But, but I do appreciate that I don't have to throw away batteries. Let's see. So Gary did mention that the trigger con's being missed because of the storm. I was going to go to that anyway. And even if I was thinking about it, once I broke my foot, I was like, I've got to get it healed. And I'm going to be lucky if it's where it needs to be for the Iraq veteran event.
I mean, it's a smaller event. I think you'd be okay. It's pretty flat. There's not a lot of hills and steps and stuff like that. But yeah, I was supposed to head that way, but there was no way I was flying out today with the hurricane right out there. And then
I hear you.
It's like it's still going to hit up there. They're still going to get a bunch of rain from it and everything. So I'm like, I got another one coming up, and then I'm gonna, like I said, instead of that, I'll go to CanCon and check it out.
Gotcha. Which is going to be quicker and closer and easier for me as well.
I can drive and bring like 30 cigars and have a good trip up.
We can get the whole crew together again. Maybe we can get Komar to come for that one, because if Komar will come to Carolina, he can hop in the car with me and Jose, and then
I might bring old Killian up.
Yeah.
I'll
bring Alan, and we'll assign Alan to keep track of Killian. That'll be fun to watch.
Oh, that'll be, dude.
Yeah. So let's see. I want to show you guys. Last thing before we shut down is a preview of what's coming. These are all things that are in the editing queue as pending. So there are 9 articles that are pending. So we have the Warbird Dead Space safety glasses, Break Arms, a 15-inch M-Lock handguard, Streamlight TLR RM2. The TLR series are the underbarrel pistol lights, right? I think, pretty sure that's an AJ. System 76 Data Pro 10 from Toby. This is a cybersecurity thing, and he asked me, "Can I publish some reviews of stuff that didn't like guns and outdoor gear?" And I said, "Yeah, as long as it's informative and it's going to help people." So that's coming. Steiner TORX laser sighting system with integrated Mantis X. That's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, that'll be coming. So let's see. That's 5. We're 5 into it. I don't want to dump them too quick. Like today I just published 4, and I'd rather roll them out like 1 a day. So maybe we get to the Spartan Precision Equipment Javelin Pro Hunt Tac Bipod by next week. We shall see.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I look at it.
And he's got a thermal scope under it.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I'm going to have to.
Jeff might get 6 out this week.
Yeah, we shall see.
I do 5 or 6. Figure 1 a day. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're already at 55 minutes, so between all the jibber jabber and fluff pieces, we could be ready in an hour with 6 articles.
Listen, I don't consider any of the things you wrote to be puff pieces or fluff pieces.
All mine's fluff pieces.
There we go. So we covered reviews that'll be published soon. I didn't even put the banner up when we did recent reviews.
You did not.
I was too excited to show the pictures, and I didn't want to take away.
I know. I don't blame you. Pictures were good.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for being here. Really appreciate you. With that, we're going to shut her down for today and say until next week, we'll see you at the range.